I have an 11 by 14 canvas paper, and I'm just going to use some painter's tape and tape all the way around it because I'm using paper. This is going to help my paper stay in place so it doesn't move while I'm painting. So I've taped all around my canvas paper. This is optional. You don't have to tape it down. You can just paint right on top without the tape. Next, I'm going to take a pencil and I'm just going to draw closer to the bottom of my paper and just draw a line, and that's gonna be where my grass starts. So this will be the sky and this will be the grass. I have my palette here and I'm going to put, first I'm gonna just put some white and a little bit of yellow. And I'm going to use my fingers and take the white and start applying it all along this line here, right above the line. And I'm also going to take some of that yellow and mix it with the white and just put a little yellow along this left side here. I'm also going to put some purple on my palette now, and I will probably add a little more white as well. And I'm just going to take my finger and mix the purple with the white. And apply it on my paper. I'm going to kind of touch the yellow and allow some of that purple to mix with the yellow. I want it to slowly transition from a light purple to a dark purple this way, and I can take some of this darker purple and put it in this corner right now to show you, because I want these edges to be darker. Now I'm adding more white and kind of just mixing it up a little bit, allowing some of the white to go into that dark area. I'm going to add some dark blue and some medium blue and more white to my palette, and also some aqua. I will also add a little bit of aqua. And what I'm going to do is I'm still going to use, I can wipe my fingers off a little bit, or you can go wash your hands if you want. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that aqua and start applying it on this right side, and I want to grab a little white and mix it right in with that. And then I will mix some blue and white together. Take some of this white with the blue, with the medium blue, mix that up, and start mixing it with the aqua and the purple. As we go out this way, we can use some of the regular medium blue without mixing too much white in it. Just right out here, get some we can even start getting some of this really dark blue and just get that corner. Start shaping this painting. The transition from the dark to the light is kind of too apparent, so I'm going to put more white on my finger and just add that in. Kind of lighten the transition. And then add a little more white to it. You can get a little blue on this side. If the paint is a little too dry on your hands, you can always go and wash it off. I've put more white on my palette, and I'm going to take a little bit on my finger, and I'm just going to make a few clouds here just by dabbing the paper and kind of trying to make it look a little organic. Don't want it a perfect circle. Then I'm going to mix a little of that yellow I have left over with the white and just get a really light yellow and just touch a couple of the bottoms of these clouds. On this side, I'm not going to do it on as much on the right. Might just touch very small, a couple spots here and there. So now I'm ready to move on to the grass, so I am going to put some green on my palette, but this green is very dark, so I want to add a little yellow and white to it. And I'm just going to start making hills with my fingers. And at the top of these hills here, I'm going to add a little yellow. Gonna add a little more yellow just to the tops of these hills. And mix it in only a little bit. I want some of that yellow to show. Next, I'm going to take some brown and apply a little to my palette. So I'm gonna just put a little bit on my finger, and I'm going to not make the tree perfectly straight. I'm gonna move my fingers and go a little wavy in some areas. And I want the base of the tree to be larger than the top. And I'm gonna kind of put a few branches in there. What I want to also do is add a little yellow just to this left side here. And I'm kind of just using the side of my finger and just touching the left side of this tree. And maybe a little bit of the tops of the roots. Dab a couple spots up here. I put some pink on my palette, and I still have some white left over, and I can mix the pink and white together. I'm just going to start touching some spots here. This time I'm making these spots pretty small. I'm also going to use just a little yellow and white and just touch just a couple spots on this side of the tree. Now I've got just a tiny little bit of black. I'm going to mix that into the pink, and I want kind of a light gray pink, and I'm just going to touch some of the parts on the right here to create a little shadow. Just a few spots of darker spots here and there. Maybe just a couple touches of pink on the grass. I'm going back in and just adding a few spots of yellow. I barely get just a tiny bit of yellow on my finger, and tap it on top of the grass. When you are done, all you have to do is slowly pull off the tape. I do it on an angle and I do it slowly. Don't pull too fast or you could rip your canvas paper. And we are done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.